Nicole Burton. And our library board, who is here today. Thank you so much to Julie Schmidt, Greg Stasny, Jenny Tardif, George Valentine, and the friends of the library members, Betty, and I'm going to introduce you guys as well, so please wait and I will give all your names here. Betty Simpson, Paula Smith, Jan Fleming, Sandy Walker, Lori Wolf, Ashley Seraphin, and Kelly Smith. Also, very special thanks to our fire commissioners, Ron Fleming and Jackie Lizak, who is the FMB president. So thank you to you all as well. And the FMB Fire District and Chief Ward. Thank you so much. And I'd like you all to join me in a round of applause for our event sponsors, the Alex King of the King Family Foundation and Sanibel Captiva Community Bank. We'd also like to thank FPL for their donations. And when you go inside, you will get to see our children's mural in the kids section. So please take a look at that. Special thanks to FPL for that. And I would like to now welcome Mayor Dan Allers.
Thank you. I was told to be as quick as possible. Janine, she said, if you see me grab the hook, run. So I'll be as fast as I can. Well, this day, none of us ever thought was ever going to happen, right? But look at us now. Turned out beautiful. Great job to everybody that had a lot to do with it. Thank you for my fellow council members for being here. Jackie, Ron Fleming, Fire Chief, Andy, everybody that's here. One thing we learned, maybe I'll get closer. Is that better? All right. Sorry. I've never been told I don't talk loud enough or too much. So exactly. I think Mitch and Dr. Almerding are looking down right now, smiling, right? So what we're going to present here is Ed and Kim Ryan, and those of you that weren't around or don't remember, they did a really nice piece of artwork that they donated to the town. And Jan reached out and said, what do you think about putting the artwork above where Mitch sat? Great idea. So if you haven't seen it, you'll see it soon. But before we unveil it, I'll just finish up by saying, if Ian taught us anything, sorry, it's to be patient, kind, and it's better late than never. All right, Janine, I'm done. Was that fast enough? All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. All right. All right, we're going to welcome now Library Board President, Julie Schmidt.
All right, can everybody hear me? Good morning. My name's Julie Schmidt. I am the Library Board President. And I just want to welcome everybody. We're here to celebrate the long-awaited opening of the Fort Myers Beach Library. I want to also extend a great appreciation to all of you. Look at this great crowd for being here to celebrate with us. It means a great deal to us. The library is a big part of this community, and the community is a great part of the library. The library is not just a great place to check out books and get information. It's also a place to, we have a great children's section on the first floor where kids can come and play. We have on the third floor a great place for public meetings, private meetings. If you want to just come and hang out, look at the great view, work remotely, or check out the great art that's up there from our local artists in the area. It's just a fabulous place to be. And we really want to make sure that we're, making sure that everybody come, join, be part of the library. Meet me at the library is our slogan. Go to the beach, come meet me at the library, and then let's go somewhere else. Let's be part of the whole community. So following the ribbon cutting ceremony, I invite you all to enjoy the revived facility. Come check it out with your friends and your family and enjoy the lunch. We've got lunch, we've got music, and just have a great time today. And that's it for me. I'm keeping it short.
Now, I'd now like to welcome Betty Simpson.
Hey. All right. Thank you. On behalf of the Friends of the Library, it is my pleasure and honor to welcome each and every one of our distinguished guests that are here with us today. We are here for the reopening of our library. Like most of us, we lost homes and businesses. Our library was also significantly damaged in Ian. However, thanks to the dedication and hard work of many individuals and organizations, our library has returned to its former glory. There are countless individuals and organizations that have dedicated their time and resources so that we can be here for our opening. I would also like to recognize our outstanding staff who have been supporting us 24/7 on this reopening initiative. Our library is unique in so many ways. It's not the typical library that you think of. For the children, of course, we have the dedicated section with the storybook readings under the tree. For seniors, such as myself, we have historical artifacts, puzzles, and a wide array of newspapers to enjoy. Additionally, we have that used bookstore, hopefully a cafe someday, and breathtaking views from our third floor windows. So as you can see, there is something for everyone. Take your time to visit the entire building and see and enjoy everything that the library has to offer you. Again, on behalf of the Friends, our helpful thank you to everyone who has been involved. Please enjoy our opening celebration. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Betty. Now, everyone who is going to be involved with the ribbon cutting, we are going to be doing that shortly, but I just wanted to really quickly thank our 19 nonprofits that are attending today, and they will be up on the third floor, so please stop by and see them. I also want to thank the vendors that we have here today, Detroit Dogs and the Cubanos, and Gelato Go. Also, thank you to Beach Talk Radio, especially for this microphone, because I don't think anyone would have been able to hear me otherwise. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Dave, who is running the drone for us, we have some wonderful drone footage of this afterwards. So thank you so much. And the ribbon cutting will be shortly. Thank you for joining us today.
They know me and Jay Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near Fifth Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar.
Test 1, 2. All righty. Come on over, Heidi. All right. We just need to. All right. We're gonna do like a. Can you guys hear us out there in Radio Land that are watching? We're gonna do a little
You
check.
can't. Okay.
There we go.
Okay, number 3.
All
Number
right.
4.
Test
All right.
1, 2. All right.
2.
All right, Heidi. Heidi from FMB Strong is here. You take that microphone. You guys will share that microphone. And
We can do that.
Heidi, explain to us what's going on here. I know you're going to get some money.
Well, I'm actually going to let Maggie explain.
All right. Maggie is from.
Maggie is from Bayside Estates Community, and she is in charge of the Yacht Club, which is one of the many groups in that community.
Awesome.
And here's Maggie.
Maggie and Maggie.
Take it away, Maggie.
Maggie held an event recently at your development to raise money. So explain exactly what happened.
She's got
Well, exactly. Okay, so I just wanted to explain that I don't know if people know we are a 55 plus waterfront community off Hurricane Bay, and we're all still recovering from Hurricane Eve, like all of Fort Myers Beach.
Hurricane Eve. Did I miss
Ian.
one? Was there an extra one in there that I missed?
And anyway, these people are very caring, and they love to support Fort Myers Beach because that's the reason we all moved here. Let's face it. So it's exemplified by the Bayside Yacht Club poker run. We had a poker run which raised $4,000.
Wow.
Nice.
From for Fort Myers Beach Strong. So Heidi, I have the privilege of meeting you, working with you, and presenting you this check. So thank you so much from Bayside Estates Yacht Club.
Very nice. And how many boats did you have in the yacht club?
Well, 31 boats participated.
And where did they go?
They went in the intercoastal waters from the tip of the island to Lover's Key.
And at
Wow.
each location they stopped and had.
Right. They got it was poker runs. So you pick your card.
Right.
Mhm.
And then I had a wild card boat roaming around.
Yeah.
So they had to find that boat to get their wild card draw.
Did you
Kind of like a scavenger hunt built in there.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Did you send the Coast Guard after the wild card boat? Or
No.
how do you
not-
keep in contact with all the boats?
I gave each of them a list of the phone numbers of the other boats that were down. Now, and I didn't contact the 31, just our stops.
Yes. All right.
So yeah. So our people are
Don't go
just
anywhere.
really good.
Do you have to leave? All right. Don't go anywhere. Heidi, what are you going to do with the money?
We're going to feed people in the community.
And tell everybody about FMB Strong and what's going on down there at 820 Buttonwood.
Yes, we are open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. And if you need assistance or you need help, come on in and see us.
What kind of donations can you use? I
Uh,
mean, besides monetary ones, which are
yeah.
always helpful.
Yes. Any kind of donations, whether it be cash, food, groceries, which is food. Hello.
Yes.
Paper products are a big item
right.
that are in need of toilet paper, paper towel, paper plates, that kind of stuff.
And people can go on your website and donate money. They can also, I'm guessing there's an Amazon wish list on there for people to go on and donate.
You're exactly right, Ed.
Ding, ding, ding. Free me.
820 Buttonwood.
Yes. 820 Buttonwood.
Yes, and I'd like to thank the Bayside Yacht Club for choosing us to be their beneficiary for the event.
Awesome. All right. Thank you guys
Thank
for
you
coming
guys
on.
so
Now,
much.
you have a table inside, Heidi? Is there a
I
table?
do.
All right. We're at the Fort Myers Beach Public Library, which is now open after 2 years and December, January, February, March, 4 months, 2 years and 4 months. I did that without your help, dear.
Look at you.
2 years and 4 months, and everybody's inside.
You just have your fingers. That helps.
Yeah, everybody is inside enjoying the grand reopening. They had a ribbon cutting, which we broadcast. Right now, I want to bring on one of our friends from, I don't know if you're here. From here? You're from here? Come on over. He lives on Fort Myers Beach, and he was a star yesterday at the St. Patrick's Day Parade that the Women's Club had. And that's right. He won prize for best pipes. He's a bagpiper. Have a seat.
Have a
The only
seat.
piper.
Brian Coleman. Did I say that right? It's Brian, right?
Brian, yeah, Brian
Coleman
Coleman.
is the community bagpiper, and he's going to play a little song for us right now. I bet you didn't know
I-
that, Brian.
I am?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll hold that.
What can you play the national anthem?
No.
Okay. Well, you can. Now, what are you sticking in your ears there? Why do
He's
you?
got to concentrate.
I
So
see. All right. this is a very unique instrument there. It's called a bagpipe, in case you didn't know that.
Thank
and
you.
you have to be really talented to play something like this. Brian's.
You have to have a
Brian's-
lot of hot air.
Very nice, Brian. Big hand for Brian
Wow.
Coleman, everybody. Yes. Thank you, Brian. Now,
So you
Brian.
must have a. You
Thanks
must
very
need
much.
to have a really good set of lungs.
Yeah, COVID didn't help me either.
Oh, how
Oh
long?
my
Still trying to
goodness.
get back.
Yeah, how long have you been a bagpiper?
Oh, try to quit counting years after. I started not that early. I started in my 40s, so 25
Do you come
years.
from a family of bagpipers?
My grandfather, interestingly enough, founded the oldest pipe band in Ireland.
Wow.
1914, y'all pipe
Nice.
band.
Now,
Nice.
how long did it take you to learn? Like, what was the name of the song you just played? Is there a name?
That was the Rowan Tree. It's
Oh,
an Irish
yeah,
tune.
yeah, I knew
the
that.
Rowan
I
Tree
should
is,
have. I'm sorry about that. I think I knew that.
Ireland.
So there's blowing and sucking involved, right, on the instrument?
Not too much of that, but
Oh, looked like you were going
Just a
in.
lot of blowing.
Which-
just a lot of blowing.
he said it's pretty much my career.
No, it's all blowing.
Yeah.
So the difficulty is you have 4 reeds to work with.
Yeah,
One in the chanter and 3 in the each drone has. its
it's
own
called the
reed, so
chanter, dear. In
that's the
case you
chanter,
Wow.
where
It's
the
the
tune
chanter.
comes out.
How many times you need to replace
Looks like
that?
a flute.
The chanters, they'll last, depending on, of course, how much you play, and I don't play it enough.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they'll last a good few months.
Yeah, and then you got to get it on Amazon and buy a
Yes,
new one,
yeah,
or
yeah.
they
There's
sell
a-
chanters on Amazon.
It's everything. Yeah.
All right.
There's
Well,
a great little.
yeah,
There's a great little network of pipers in this country, actually. So.
yeah. Well, thank you so
Well,
much.
oh,
Appreciate you
thank
coming,
you
Brian.
so
I
much.
Brian
appreciate
Coleman,
it.
everybody.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you, Brian. Thank you very much. And now we're waiting for if somebody can flag down Jan Fleming and Liz are going to come on, and then we're going to Gateway, huh? Then we're going to Gateway. Hi, would you like to come on the show?
No, I just
Oh.
wanted to thank you.
Oh, come on the show. You can
Oh,
thank
well,
us on the
that's
show.
so nice.
Jan and Liz are coming on, and then we're going to Gateway. There's Guardians of Florida Pet Rescue is having a pet adoption day out in Gateway, so we're going to be going out there and
Tell us your name.
Lori,
Lori. Where are you from, Lori?
Fort Myers Beach and
Sweet.
Fruitville, Michigan.
Michigan and Fort Myers Beach. We love Michigan. So, what did you think of the library reopening? How about
I love
it?
it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Do you have a library card here?
I do.
Very
too.
nice. I think it costs $10 a year for a library card. Look at that. You got two.
I think it's free.
It is
I
free.
think
Oh,
it's
it's free
free
for
for
residents.
you.
That's right. $10 for non-residents. They really should raise that to $100 for non-residents.
Hey.
So
Yeah.
I think so.
Make a little money.
150.
You know, somebody wanted to know if the library accepts books, and I don't know the answer to that. Do you know?
I
think
do
you.
not know.
I think your best bet is to call Annette at the Book Nook and see if she needs books. I don't know if they take used books, but there's plenty of books up there right now. So what can we do for you?
Well, I want to thank you for following up on the Matanzas Pass Preserve.
Yes. Oh,
One of my favorite places.
yes.
It's so quiet you wouldn't know the difference between. I mean, the difference between there and Estero Boulevard is
Crazy.
it's beautiful.
Yeah. And was it you that brought it up to me? What event we were at, or a show? We were at one of our shows, and you were like, "What's going on with this?" So I contacted Lee County, and Lee County said that they were putting it out to bid in the next few months, and that sometime later in the year they're going to work on fixing the dock and the pavilion area, and there was a boat launch too at the end of. So they're going to be working on that. It's just that Lee County, now that Ray Sandelli's no longer with them, it takes forever for
And
things
I
to
love
get done.
that place. I
Yeah.
walked there a lot before the storm.
Walk there.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Yeah, so we'll stay on top of that and report on when they start the work. So thank you so much. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Thank you very much. Yeah, the Matanzas Pass Preserve is like, I don't know, 700 miles of
That's beautiful.
yeah. Here comes the main organizer of today's event, everybody. If we could get a big hand for Jan Fleming. What a magnificent job
The
you
queen
did,
of the
Jan.
library.
Yes. Now, Jan,
Hello.
Jan, somebody asked a question that I did not know the answer to on the Facebook live feed. Does the library accept books?
We accept books, puzzles, CDs, DVDs, and we sell them in the used bookstore.
Okay.
And all the proceeds go to the Friends of the Library.
Sweet. All right. So that is the answer to your question, Paul. So you can bring them on down. So they just bring them down during regular business hours.
Yes, and many times, people are bringing boxes and boxes.
Yeah.
And they're too heavy. So all they have to do is come into the first floor and tell them they need help, and we'll come out and get them for them.
Now, Jan, explain to everybody what's going on inside right now, because it's not over. The event is not over.
Oh, no, we're here till 2:00. We had a wonderful ceremony from 10 to 10:30. Let me go by floors. So in the garage, we have tables set up for people to enjoy their lunch or just sit down and relax. We also have a town table helping answer questions.
Okay, so just about that, so folks know you can come down. The town is doing like a pop-up informational table about the comprehensive plan and the land development code. So if you want to hear, I don't know who's here representing the town, other than I saw Andy and I saw Nicole. I don't know who's at the table.
And Anita is going to be at that table.
Anita, and they're going to be taking feedback from the community on the comp plan and the LDC, which will then have to be approved if any changes are made by the town council and then ultimately by the state. So that
Correct.
table is on the third floor?
No,
first.
in the garage.
In the garage, gotcha.
Oh, in the garage.
Also, we are being entertained by the Pearl Street Band.
And that's
Nice.
Bill Veach's band.
Bill
I saw him.
Veach, yeah, they
by,
agreed, and they're doing it for us. They just love doing it for nonprofits.
by the way, before you move on, I just want you to know that the reason the national anthem didn't start was it's on Bill Veach's phone. I don't want
know.
to take blame for the national anthem.
Can't count on that guy, right?
Yeah.
And also our two sponsors, the Alex King Family Foundation, and Sanibel Captiva Community Bank are two sponsors today, and they're set up in the garage as well.
Awesome. And
So that's the ground level.
garage.
Walk up to the first level or take the beautiful elevator. You can renew your library card or get a new one if you've never had one. And
I have to renew mine.
If you aren't a resident, you can buy one for $10 and it's good for 6 months. So anybody who comes down for 3 months, 6 months, they can just buy one if they don't own property here. Also on the first floor, we've got Monica Lynn. Oh my gosh, her
The
dolphin,
fairy pod mother.
the dolphin video she has. And at 1:00, she's going to read from one of her books.
Oh.
She is book signing if you purchase a book from her. And also Chester the artist is on the first floor in the children's section, sketching
You
children.
brought in all the big wigs, all the
Yeah.
heavy
Oh,
hitters. Dolphin
And-
Lady and Chester.
Yes. And also you have to see the beautiful mural that was funded by FPL,
Mhm.
and it's based on the book The Rainbow Fish. And
Oh, perfect.
I believe the artist is here, and I'm not sure, and I apologize to her.
No
but
worries.
Actually, it's the gal who did the tower in Times Square.
Lacey?
Lacey's here?
Or
Summer?
Sunny? Summer.
Summer.
Okay.
Summer did that.
There's a book sale, by the way.
Oh, there's a book sale out back. And what we're
Janine's-
doing is
Janine's
we're
shaking her head at you, by the way.
We're selling books by the box. The genre is marked on the box. You just take the whole box with you for $10, and what you get is what you get.
Do you need any more big signs put in front of you, Jan, or did you get everything? My gosh, the library looks fabulous, by the
Thank
way.
you.
Holy
They did-
smokes.
I mean, so much work went into it. Second floor, all our print material, all our collections, shells and dolls and so many things, artwork. You've got to make it up there. And then you have to take the elevator to the third floor. All our nonprofits.
Better be taking that elevator because they
everybody,
waited a
do not
long
take the
time for that
stairs.
deluxe
Well, and-
elevator.
and
Everybody use the
actually,
elevator.
There really is no other way officially to get to the third floor but
True.
by the.
I got you.
As you walk off the elevator, Ed the Sandman did some sand work there. You walk past the used bookstore. We're selling library earrings. We're selling these shirts today. Meet me at the library. $20 each. All proceeds go to the Friends of the Library. We have 19 nonprofits plus Dr. Nicole Bennett, who's a chiropractor, sharing her information. And who else is up there? I think that's
I
about
think you
it.
covered everything.
I think
Yeah.
you did.
We've got food trucks in the parking lot. The fire truck is here. If you want to take a spin, I think the chief said he'll let you drive the fire truck today.
I think that is totally not true.
But yeah, a lot of stuff going on. You're here until
But
2
if you
o'clock.
want to take our yellow baby truck, go for it.
Oh, there you
cut
go.
it out.
But what a beautiful day. And I have to say this. Everybody comes to me and said, what a great job, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's Leroy inside of me that kept me going at midnight and 1 o'clock and taking reservations and all. His spirit lives on in this building and will always live on in this building.
Well, you guys did a fabulous
Yes,
job putting it back
you-
together,
yes, I'm
and
sure,
the landscaping looks fabulous. The inside looks amazing, and thank you to you and to Liz and to the entire library board for working through the kinks with that elevator company and getting it all taken care of
And then
finally.
just a couple more people to thank.
Absolutely, Jim. I
Janine
mean-
from Barefoot Event
Yes.
Group. I couldn't have done this without her.
Thank you,
She
sir.
was my right-hand man even until last night, sending her a text at midnight or whatever. Whenever I needed something done, I said, Janine, and she did it. She was Johnny on the spot, Janine on the spot. Can't thank her enough. And also when you're on the third floor, we have 20% off discount coupons for one item at the Islander, contributed by Anita Saracita. And we thank all of them.
Gotcha. All right, Jan, did we cover everything?
And thank you, Ed,
we
and
love
Kim,
we
and
love you
Beach
guys.
Talk Radio.
See
You reach out to so many people. I can't tell you how many people registered for the lunch
Thank you.
once it went out in your newsletter.
Thank you.
We have a 50-50 today.
Yeah.
So we're going to have the drawing at 2 o'clock. You don't have to be present. So if you're here somewhere, buy 50-50s. And after the first name is picked, we are going to also raffle off these darling
Oh
succulents,
my goodness.
which
You-
were also donated by
That's right.
Anita Saracita.
I
from the
have to. I
Islander.
went and got this to make sure we gave a plug because these are adorable. They are so stinking cute, so cute. And this, I was down at her store yesterday, and it looks fabulous. Y'all, everybody did such
Yeah.
a good job.
And
so
we had a
beautiful.
golf cart in the parade. We had a blast.
Yeah.
Yes.
What a weekend on the beach,
Yeah.
huh?
I'll tell you, and it's not over till
Yeah.
after tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day
Yeah.
officially. So don't forget, there's a lot of fun things going on. Like,
I might
you know,
have to
Nervous
get in that
Nellies.
raffle.
Nervous Nellies has the dweebs playing, and
Yes.
and they always hopefully have a nice big crowd over there, and they have a new dock. So the new dock there will be able to
Bring
withstand
the
the
boat
crazy
right up,
jumping
huh?
up and down. So, all right.
All right,
So
thank
thank you
you.
very much, Jan
Thank you
Fleming,
again.
everybody.
Get back to it.
Again.
Let me put
Appreciate
this back.
Jan. Big round of applause. I know everybody's
If
kind of
this
inside.
is missing,
Yeah.
you can look at me.
Here, stop stealing things. Hey, we're going to have the mayor on real quick just to kind of say thank you to the mayor and all the work that he's been doing and see if he's got anything to share. We want to thank Wahoo Willie's for allowing us to cut work today and come down to the library opening. And then we're back. Everything's back to normal next week. On Saturday, we have Captain Chris Whitman from Captains for Clean Water coming on the Saturday show. And then on Sunday, the mayor is back for the full hour. And we're also going to have Curtis Ludwig, who is the harbor master, on for 15 minutes to talk about all the canal cleaning at the Wahoo Willie show. So I can't talk and eat at the same time. So I noticed you were on Wink over there, so I want to make sure I get my my fair share of chattiness. So, hey, one of the things I wanted to ask you about real quick was Ron showed me, or somebody showed me, at the Shamrock parking lot there was a sign installed that had a QR code.
Yeah.
That did not belong to the property owner, right? The property owner, do you know that? That didn't own the QR code. So people have to be careful where they scan in and give their credit card because that could be a scam.
Well, I noticed that sign. There's another place that just off of Crescent I noticed has the same kind of sign. So the town saw it, or was reported to the town the next day.
Yeah.
That it was put up. So I think yesterday I went by and I saw there was tape over the QR code now. So that it's been noticed that it's not supposed to be there.
Yeah, and they know for sure it's not. I mean, either way, it's illegal. But at least if it was the owner's property, you would know who to call. Like that would be a major scam, like a skimmer on a at a gas station.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would think that you gotta have you gotta have a backbone if you're going to be putting something on somebody's private property. If
No
it's a
kidding.
scam like that, I had not heard that it wasn't the property owner that put it up there, but if it's true, I'm sure staff already knows.
I
about
noticed yesterday when I was leaving the parade that the illegal parking lot was 100% full. So that guy continues to rake in money. Not that it wasn't needed this weekend, but still,
Right.
I mean, I know that's winding its way through. Do you have any update that you know of that you can share about the town manager spot?
Other than we were originally going to have a March 25th meeting, a special meeting to vet the 5 or 7,
Mhm.
but for whatever reason, the review process, there was a couple that they didn't feel were qualified to take the position, so they postponed it till the beginning of April. I haven't got the exact date. They gave us 3 dates to choose from, so I know Talisa and the staff are working hard to try to find or vet through. I don't know how many we're up to now, but to get it so we have the 5 and then
Yeah.
the 2 alternates.
So I saw Andy today. I've never seen him smiling so much. He seems extremely happy to be leaving you.
No, I ran into him this morning. This morning on one of the side streets, and they're on the weekend. They're driving around, making the list or continuing the list of all the properties that haven't been touched or aren't
Yeah.
doing what they're supposed to do.
One of the things, speaking of that, I know we're kind of having a show when we said we weren't going to, but one of the things that I noticed that you were talking about as you leave the island, the surf club is one of those buildings that seems like the town hasn't really red tagged it. Have you heard anything further about it?
I don't know if that's true or not. I would have to
Oh.
check with Joe. or
Wasn't that the
Frankie.
building you were talking about though?
No.
Oh, it
no,
was
no,
a
no.
different one.
No, that wasn't the one I was talking.
What was the
about.
other one?
It was a residential home.
Oh, okay.
It's a residential home but I just heard yesterday or the day before that's supposed to be coming down here in the next week or two. So
The home or the surf
home,
club?
the home.
So any new news on the Junkanoo building?
No new news. No one's told me anything. So
Yeah, we're still waiting. There's a
We-
dumpster that was put out there, but that might have been just like, let me just play with them a little bit more.
yeah. We a good. I mean, we'll find out if it's good or not. But we did find out late this week that FEMA made contact with us again and let us know that we should be receiving a letter soon, whatever soon means. But
Do you
I don't
think
know
that
what
might
that's gonna
say you're
be.
off probation?
I don't know what it's going to say, but we certainly, as I told you on the show last week or the week before, I'm not sure which one it was, but we had a very good 2-hour conversation with them. We let out our case. There was a lot of things that the DC people were unaware of that we were talking about. They agreed we made a lot of valid points. They agreed with us on pretty much everything. So, and told us we would see something soon from them. So as soon as we know, we'll let you know. But we're certainly hoping that's the case.
Do you think, did you get the vibe from talking to the FEMA people that they were a kinder, gentler not a FEMA?
Well, I could certainly tell you we got much further in that 2-hour meeting than we've ever gotten when we've been up there. I mean, usually when you go up there and you sit in those meetings, at least until this meeting, they just sat and listened and nodded and said, okay, thanks, and sent us on our way. But it was a very good back and forth conversation. They understood our points. They understood where I was coming from on a lot of things. They agreed, like I said, with most of it. One thing I think I already told you that in one of their letters, they told us when you're no longer on probation, you've got to wait two years before you can get back in the CRS. And that was in one of their letters. They flat out told us in that meeting that's not true. You can get right back on it after you come off probation. So
why do you think they said that?
I don't know. It just seemed like there was a disconnect between the Atlanta office and the DC office as far as what information. Rachel, the lady that was one of the 2 people that were in the meeting, she was very knowledgeable, very understanding. And then Derek was the head of the mitigation. They were both understanding. They understood where we came from. They wanted to make sure that we understood that the CRS was different than the National Flood Insurance Program, which we obviously know that you can't be in one unless you're in good standing. So we're certainly hoping to make sure we can get off probation, if not instantly, as soon as possible.
Yeah. So the other thing you guys have, I don't want to put you on the spot because I know this might not be something that's your department, but the town has a table here.
Yes.
To talk about or
Comp
to
plan.
get feedback from the residents on the comprehensive plan and the land development code. So what's going on with that?
Yeah, so this was a community event. They thought it was a good idea, and I agree that, 2 or 3 staff members are out there taking input from residents as to what they agree with, don't agree with, what they'd like to see change, what they won't. This won't be the last time it happens. They're going to try to get out to at least 1, maybe 2 more community events to take information, because not everybody wants to come to a council meeting, or not everybody wants to. But we encourage you, if you have something you want for consideration, send it to any of us council members, or send it directly to Jason Smalley or Sarah or Judith. They'll make sure they take it into consideration and put everything into the pool, and then it'll come back to us where we'll have a couple community meetings where people will be able to come in and interact. And
Sarah said something to me when I went to the, it's so funny. I went to the town council meeting last week and everybody on the council was like, did you get lost? Did you get lost? I mean, like, it's like it's not like I've never gone to a meeting, but my mother-in-law's in town. So
I wasn't
there
going to
was
say it, but you said
great reason to get out of the house.
That's
to
the first
cover a
thing he
meeting.
said. He was the only one at the meeting, and he comes walking in with his bright yellow shirt, and I said, did you get lost? He goes, mother-in-law's in town. Didn't even skip a beat.
Yeah. So one of the things she said to me was, you're going to gather information, but it's not like if one person makes one suggestion, that's something that can be added to the comprehensive plan. You're looking for a pattern of things that you might consider first before, right? Is that what the goal is?
Well, I mean, if it's a good idea, it's a good idea, right?
I see.
I mean, I'm sure there's some people that are going to say don't change anything, and there's going to be some people that say change everything. So there's somewhere in the middle, I think, that's what's going to come out of this. And you got to remember, the comp plan isn't the land development code. The comp plan is kind of that ceiling. That's kind of the overwatch, if you will, that makes sure that things don't go past that. And then the land development code is where you can get specific. So, when people come in and they say things like, I only want this many stories, or I only want this many parking spots, that's all stuff that's covered in the land development code. The comprehensive plan is more of that overview of what you want the island to look like.
If a let's just talk hypotheticals here. If a lawsuit was filed on a project that, let's just say hypothetically, was a possibility of being brought up, like with Margaritaville, we saw a lawsuit was filed and then it was delayed. Would you get the impression if that happened again, there would be a delay in a hypothetical project?
Well, I don't know. I mean, hypothetically, we don't talk about projects that are under litigation.
Come on, bro. Help me out here. Okay. I guess we're just leaving that where it is, right?
Leave it parked where it's at.
Yeah.
It's going through a process.
Yeah. So the St. Patrick's Day parade yesterday everyone was saying was the best ever. They had 45 floats. It was a great day. They held it on a Saturday, so you didn't have to fight with Monday people going to work. And dear, that girl right there, she needs some sunscreen. Holy moly, that is crazy right there. I need sunglasses just to, wow, that's a lot of red going on there.
Yeah, it was fun. I had quite a few people come up and say they thought it was really well organized and
can't go on.
And
all right, we'll wrap it up then.
Yeah, it was good. It was a fun event. It was a little longer than normal, obviously, because we had to take it past the Church of Ascension. But there was a little lull where there was not some people where it normally curves around the bend. But as soon as you
see, Councilman John King was here 2 days in a row. I've seen enough of him for a while. He's just showed me his favorite bird.
You're gonna come dressed as a leprechaun?
Where did you get that leprechaun outfit, by the way? Is that on Amazon? Wow.
Amazon.
So before I let you go, my wife said I better say something to you about your leg now. You got something going on with your leg that does not look friendly. What the hell happened to you?
So, we've got two very large dogs, and, as the Rottweiler's gotten bigger, he has taken less crap from the lab. So they're kind of over it now, but they were going through the who's the alpha dog phase, and we were watching the news. It was 10 o'clock at night or something, and our black lab is very toy aggressive.
Yeah,
and he's a little bit older, so not older, but I mean compared to the Rottweiler, he's a little bit older. So he was like laying down, and he saw a toy that Axel had that he wanted, and he went after it, and he and Axel wasn't having it. He's like, enough, you're not picking on me anymore. So they got in. I mean, it was a bad one. So, we're in the house, we don't have their collars on them. So I ran over to separate them, and they don't have their collars, so I couldn't really get a hold of anything. So I was able to get Foley's a little bit smaller, the black lab, so I was able to grab him and throw him away. But Axel's a little stronger, so I needed both hands he was coming. He was angry, so I was trying to get him back. And Foley came back for more, and he got me by accident.
Oh, your dog bit you.
The dog bit me by accident. I think
is it infected?
I don't know.
Okay, we have 4 paramedics and the fire chief standing right over there. Did they look at your infection here?
No, this was about a month ago. And
the mayor needs a gurney. I mean,
or a straitjacket, some would say. One or the other. So that's what happened, and I probably should have got some stitches in it, but I didn't really realize it until a day or two later that he had actually got me.
Well, you're the mayor. You got shit to do. You got places to be.
I have no time. I wish I did. So, and then it was getting better, and then we had to move our boat to another boat because the trailer that we had that went through Ian.
You're looking for
Finally
those. They're
rusted
in the
apart.
bin.
So we had to switch the boat to another trailer, and my foot slipped in the water.
Yeah.
Down at the Lovers Key boat landing. So
You
now
need to go on a vacation before the next town manager starts, because there won't be any when he or she starts.
No, we'll be pretty busy, trying to get everybody caught up to speed. But we're looking forward to it. Like I said, the biggest thing with the town manager is our staff is important to us, and we hope that the new town manager can work with them, because they're rightfully so. A new town manager may has a different philosophy, so our goal is to try to get it as close as possible.
Yeah. And I saw Tom Yazzo out the last few days, and last weekend he's out there on the weekends working and making sure everything's
Our
taken
people are
care of.
working-
And Chad, see Chad all the time.
Yeah,
Nicole was here today.
Speaking of Chad, he was incognito in the parade yesterday. Did you see him?
I did not see him. Where was he?
He was. You wouldn't know it was him.
Wow.
I just happened to catch him as he was walking by. I said, "You're on vacation when you're incognito."
kidding.
He's like, "Shh." So he's running around barefoot.
He totally freaked people out. He went on a 1-week vacation, and somebody in the Leonardo Arms area sent him an email, because they're keeping a close eye on the beach renourishment at their building, which looks fabulous. They sent him an email, and it came back that he wouldn't be back until August.
Yeah. I gave him a hard time about that yesterday. So evidently some setting in his thing was wrong.
Yeah,
he said it, but it didn't save it. So staff IT went in and changed it. So he was only gone for a week. He's, there was people like, is he being suspended? What's going on? No.
Right. My first thought was, uh-oh.
Yeah, no, it was just a glitch in the IT, but it's been fixed.
All right, so we'll be back at Wahoo Willie's next Sunday. Curtis Ludwig, your harbor master, will be on to talk about all the canal cleaning, which people really appreciate. The canals are getting cleaned out. He's doing an awesome job, and then we'll get caught up on everything happening.
Yeah, and thanks again to you and Kim for that donation of that piece of art. And now it's back in where it's supposed to be.
I think they're going to hang it inside the library where Mitch used to volunteer
right behind where Mitch sat. So
all right,
when you come in, it'll be the first thing you see. So if you haven't been down here to check out the new library reopening, come and check it out.
Mayor Dan Allers, everybody, a big hand from the audience that's left here. And we'll see you Sunday, if not before. There is a town council meeting tomorrow at 9:00 that will carry live. We are going to do one more show today, people, and that's going to be at 1:00 in Gateway. The Guardians of Florida Pet Rescue. Man, looking at him walk away, that looks bad, doesn't it? Look bad. And the paramedics are just letting him walk away like the mayor needs a gurney. Did you see the back of his leg? He needs something. 1:00 today will be in Gateway. So if you come to the Fort Myers Brewery, the brewery is in Gateway. Everybody's probably been there. There are going to be some dogs up for adoption. So we hope you can come by and stop. We'll talk to Jen and Mike, the owners of the brewery. And that's at 1:00 today back in Gateway. And then we'll be back to Margaritaville on Saturday. Saturday, we'll be back at Margaritaville for our show with Captains for Clean Water coming out to our show on Saturday. And there was one more thing. If you lost your purse, it is waiting for you at the front desk. So if you lost your purse today, anyone, it's at the front desk of the library. Sir, did you lose your purse? Anybody lose their purse? And we will see. Bye-bye. Thank you all for coming to the library.